Hi everyone, this is LAR Games, and I think this is the first time I've ever reacted to a collected Miscellany, and this one is for the Raiden Shogun. Um, I really do think this is the first time I've reacted to like all three character things of a new character, so this will be interesting. I was wondering during her demo whether the part where she rises up was part of her moveset. So it'll be interesting to see what her actual moveset is like. So that said, let's get started.
In the eyes of Inazumans, the Raiden Shogun is not only an archon, but also a symbol.
They really like
She is
these
their superior leader who embodies eternal thunder,
these sweeping shots of things in the past couple of trailers.
The almighty Narukami Ogosho, a 1,000-year-old protector of Inazuma. Little do they know that the current ruler
I hope this doesn't spoil anything for the story.
The Raiden Shogun, residing high up in Tenshukaku, is no longer the same archon who emerged victorious from the Archon War.
The campaign begins.
The Raiden Shogun is a martial artist in pursuit of perfection, with a sole goal of achieving eternity. No matter who stands in her way to eternal euthymia, they have no chance against the divine.
So that's how you pronounce that, euthymia.
It was the
Way
Raiden
too much
Shogun
bounce there.
who originated the Inazuman art of sword and polearm, as well as a variety of blade forging techniques. When ascending swords and polearms, the amount of mora spent by the Raiden Shogun will be decreased.
That's pretty good.
The Raiden Shogun's normal attack.
Do we have one that could do that?
5 strikes with her
Is she the
polearm,
first?
dealing physical damage. Holding the attack button consumes
Also, I like
a set
this,
amount of stamina to perform an upward slash.
I like this
dealing physical
location.
damage. Despite claiming to be detached from the mortal world, perhaps the Raiden Shogun still remembers her role as an archon. She accrues the aspirations of all living creatures for her chakra desiderata. When party members other than her use their elemental bursts, the Raiden Shogun will build up resolve stacks for chakra desiderata based on the energy cost of the bursts used.
That's interesting. She doesn't have to be out to do something with the other team, or the other team members.
The resolve accrued by chakra desiderata will dissipate once the Shogun is out of combat for a set time. The exalted archon devoted to eternity. What caused her to stop in her tracks and listen to the wishes of her people? After unlocking the talent Wishes Unnumbered, the elemental orbs and particles
actually pretty cool.
collected by nearby party members will grant additional resolve for chakra desiderata.
I don't know if this is the
per
first
set.
character that produces effects regardless of whether she's out or not.
Upon tapping her elemental skill, the Raiden Shogun
Like, the only one I could
unveils
think
a
of is,
shard
like,
for
Barbara,
euthymia, dealing
when
electro
somebody
damage to
dies.
nearby opponents, and granting
Maybe
nearby
Noelle,
party
when
members the Eye
you
of
lose enough
Stormy Judgment.
HP, she provides a shield.
When characters carrying it attack and deal damage to opponents, the Eye of Stormy Judgment will unleash a coordinated attack, dealing AoE electro damage. The characters who gained the Eye of Stormy Judgment will have their elemental burst damage increased, based on the energy cost of the elemental.
That seems like a
bursts
really good
unleashed.
support. Like, you don't even need to use her for her to do things.
Thanks to the Eye of Stormy Judgment, the Raiden Shogun can aid her teammates without being on the battlefield.
Yeah,
boosting
that's
their offensive
really
capabilities.
cool.
Now you shall perish!
Gathering truths unnumbered and the resolve of wishes uncounted, the Raiden Shogun unleashes the Musou no Hitokachi, dealing AoE electro damage. Using
Her
Musou
attacks,
Ishin in
for her
combat
attack
for a
slashes
certain
are actually really
duration
cool as well, because like the slashes
Damage
themselves
dealt by Musou
have
no
like a
Hitokachi and Musou
space
Ishin's
texture.
attacks is based on the number of chakra desiderata's resolve stacks.
Not similar to
consumed when the
Yanfei's
skill is used.
like
While
thingies.
using Musou Ishin in combat, the Shogun's normal, charged, and plunging attacks will be regarded as elemental burst damage, and will be infused with electro damage which cannot be overridden.
So she's
When such
technically the
attacks
same
hit
as
opponents,
Toma when
she
it
will
comes to
regenerate energy for all nearby
using
party members.
a weapon that she's not actually like
While in this state, the Raiden Shogun's
supposed to
resistance
use, like in
interruptions
terms of
increased,
her character.
and she is immune
I mean,
to electro charge
well, that's not exactly
damage.
right. Like in terms of her like
After
gameplay
unlocking the talent in
role.
If the Shogun's energy recharge surpasses a certain value,
So just
the
like
surplus energy
Child.
recharge grants her a percentage-based electro damage bonus. And more energy restoration while in Musoishi. The Raiden Shogun can
No, that wasn't
accelerate the
catchings.
elemental
I was-
burst rotation of her
I almost
party
thought that
while
some of those
making the
slashes
elemental
were
bursts of her
catchings, and they
teammates more
had
powerful. Such a seasoned leader like her remains fearless
The
in the
space
face of
texture.
any encounter.
as well, but
In
no, that
combat,
was
the Raiden Shogun can
the
use the Eye of
Shogun's
Stormy Judgment to help
additional
teammates in difficult
slashes.
fights. When her teammates unleash elemental bursts or collect elemental orbs or particles, the Shogun gains more resolve for Chakra Desiderata. Wait for an opportune moment to unleash
And it
her
actually
Sono
does like
Hitachi
electro
to deal
damage.
lethal
She just
damage
basically
to
has to
enemies.
be on the team
And
for you to do
Musoishi
electro
to
damage with any
clean up the
character.
battlefield while
That's
regenerating
really
energy
impressive.
for the whole party. To enable a round of elemental bursts that will strike foes down as fast as lightning.
It's kind of like what Fischl does, but AoE,
Neighboring the
and
Dark Sea,
you don't need to
Inazuma
keep
has
switching her
witnessed
out.
many
You know, if you're
wars.
using her as a
For
support.
the pursuit of eternity and the prosperity of Inazuma, the Raiden Shogun stuck stubbornly to her path. But what let some bloom made others wither. There is no gain without the pain of loss.
Once again, I really hope that the Oni character
Archons and mortals are all
comes
the
back
same.
at some point. I wish she looked like her
Archons
statue,
are
though.
more
She would look so much better.
By attempting to grasp
Well,
the
it's
heavenly
probably not her, but
principles,
I wish she
they
looked
brought
like that
disaster
statue.
upon mortals. Perhaps some may say that I'm overstating what happened, but I'm just speaking from experience after all.
By the way, I like how Dainsleif continues to narrate these despite his appearance and disappearance in the main story. But this is actually really interesting. It feels to me like she's like one of the best support characters that I've seen in terms of like additional concurrent damage. Because you never have to worry about her. You like don't even have to take her out. That's really interesting. Alright, well, that's it for this collected miscellany. I hope you enjoyed my reaction to it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.